Okay. I wanted to pop on here real quick. This is kind of an impromptu live, but I really wanted to record how I get the paper design on my staplers, and I have one that I need to do. So, you know what? I'm just going to go live and I will go ahead and post the recording. That way, those who wanted an in depth tutorial on how to apply all those decals to get that design will have it to look at because, like I said, I'm going to post this recording. So, that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go ahead and let you know what I did to this stapler. Before we got to this point, it has already been glittered. Because I'm using white glitter, or because I used white glitter on this, I actually went in with white shock paint from Counterculture DIY, and I think I ended up doing 2 layers of that just to give it a good white base, since the white that I'm using is translucent. So I use that to apply the glitter. I have this on there. It's super fine. And then once that completely dried, I went over everything with glossy Mod Podge. And then, of course, I let that dry. So this is where we're at now. It actually has that preliminary seal of the glossy Mod Podge. So it's technically sealed in and it's not going to shed on us. But I really like that smooth UV resin finish for office supplies. So that's what we're going for. Especially when you're trying to add decals like we are today. You're going to want that smooth finish. That way all your decals lay super flat and you don't have like it all bumpy and jagged and all the good stuff. So here we go. The first thing that I'm going to do, I like to start on my sides with staplers. A lot of staplers, I actually do the bottom and the top. For this particular design, I only do the top. So it kind of makes for like a quicker UV resin session, I guess. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and apply the UV resin. That way we have a smooth surface to add the decals to that teacher stapler design. So I put a generous amount. You need enough so that you can kind of flood the sides so it all levels out, but not too much that it's going to drip everywhere for you. I'm using a silicone brush to get it all the way to the edges. And I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but there are a couple rough spots sticking out from the glitter. Don't worry about that while you're UV resining because you can just go and sand that off once everything's cured. Okay, so let me get all the way to the edge here. It is a little bit chilly in my garage today. That's where my craft room is. So I definitely am going to use my heat tool because this is a little bit thick from it being a little cold. Like a little cooler in my garage, I guess. So that's also something that you don't have to do is use the heat tool, but I find that it helps. Like even in these little areas, I don't know if the camera catches it really well, but there's like certain areas where it looks like there's a little bubble. And although this is self-leveling, it definitely helps to get that heat tool involved. Hey, Sunny, how are you? Thanks for saying hi. Okay, so this is the heat tool that I use. I love this thing. So careful of the sound right now. It's going to get a little loud, but I'm just doing a couple seconds on there. Good. I'm so glad you stopped in. Hi, Alexa. Thanks for stopping in too. Okay, so real quick with that. And then I'm looking at eye level now. I'm trying to keep this on camera this time because the last time I did a live. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Natasha. Oh my gosh. Hi, guys. Thanks for stopping in. There's 50 of us. You guys are awesome. I'm so excited that everyone's here. So for those who just popped in, we're actually doing a teacher design. Like you see that tape dispenser back there. We're going to go ahead and add the decals to make this look have that same design. Hey guys. Oh my gosh. I really appreciate y'all coming in. Oh my gosh. Ocean vibes. Yes. I love a good beach theme. Let me get this under the UV lamp and then I'll look at the comments, y'all, because this looks like it's really even right now. So I'm just going to set it on its side here, turn my lamp on, and that's just going to take a quick minute. Well, probably 2 minutes. But yeah, hey guys. I'm so glad we're in here. I can't believe there's 60 of us. I didn't expect that at all. So this is definitely a pleasant surprise. But yeah, like I said, hey. Okay, so like I said, I'll actually grab this. Don't mind my cup of noodles. That's for a coming soon video I'm doing. But this is the design we're going for the stapler that we're working on right now. This is the matching tape dispenser. Maybe I'll put it down here so y'all see a little better. But first, like, we have the glitter on our stapler, so we're putting the UV resin on it now, so I have a smooth surface. That way we can apply the decals. I am so glad that you all have popped in here. I can't believe I have this many people in this live right now. So I really appreciate you guys liking it. If you have any questions or you want to, just make a comment, feel free to. I definitely appreciate that. Y2K style stapler. What do you like, a design with Y2K on it? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yay, you subscribed, Sunny. Thank you. Okay, so do you guys see how shiny that is now? Look at the difference. So that's a seal right there with glossy Mod Podge, and then that's what the UV resin turns it into. Super glossy, really smooth so that you can like add whatever you want to it. All right, so let me go ahead and, oh my gosh, yeah, doesn't that look so great? I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, and then we'll get to the fun part. I really, really like adding the decals to this particular design because it just like brings it together. Like I love this type of teacher design. Oh my gosh, you guys, thanks for subscribing. I can't believe it. Thank you so, so much for being here and popping in. I cannot believe there's 80 people watching right now. You guys are amazing. All the likes are really helping. Okay, so like I said, for those who just popped in, we're using a silicone brush to apply the UV resin, and I'm pushing it all the way to the edge of the stapler, but we don't want to push it too far because you don't want it to drip everywhere. Oh my gosh, the best channel, Billy. Thank you. 6'7". Oh my gosh. Listen, I did a video where I glittered a calculator, and I don't even know what 6'7" means, but I have kids. So of course, like I've been seeing that all over the place, but I put 6'7" on the calculator when I glittered it. I was like, why not? Everyone's saying it. It's hilarious. Does anyone know what that means though, for real? Oh, Anna, you're so sweet. Okay. So I'm going around the edge again. You'll notice if you see it. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I didn't put my phone on silent. Sorry if you heard that notification. I think I just turned it off. Oh my gosh, are we to 90? But anyways, if you get a drip down here, just wipe it like I'm doing like this. It looks like it pretty much leveled on its own, but I am going to grab my heat tool again just to be safe. And watch the sound. I don't want to make it too loud for anyone. Because like I was telling y'all, my craft room's in my garage and it did get a little cold. So sometimes it seizes up a little bit. It just helps it level out when you add a little heat to it. So I'm making sure it's real level. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this underneath the UV lamp. Oh my gosh, you guys are so sweet. It was 84 right now. Well, it's okay. Listen, I'll take it. I think the top I saw was 90, but we still have 59 in here. I'm excited. Y'all are amazing for watching. You said 6'7's from a song and it went viral because, oh, is that what? Listen, I had no idea. You see it everywhere. I was like, I guess I'm too old to know what's going on with that. I don't know. But, all right. So this is going to take probably about another minute. Normally I do a semi-cure on these, and then I'll just set them outside to finish curing in the direct sunlight when I have a lot of staplers to do. But I wanted this particular live to focus just on this design. That's why I'm not like multitasking with multiple different items right now. And you want to make sure it's a full cure because we are adding the decals to it. So you don't want it like sticky because you don't want to get like, you don't want to mess up that layer of UV resin whenever you're adding the decals. Yeah, that's amazing, Michelle. Thank you. Oh, it was from Rapper. Oh, Zoe, love my channel. Thank you. Yes, I can't believe how many people are in here. I'm going to be honest. I get so nervous. I went live, I think it was last weekend on YouTube. We just get to chit chat while this is curing, y'all. And I think that was my first time. So this is like my second weekend doing a lot. Well, it's Monday, so not really a weekend. It's like my second week. It's probably my third live maybe on YouTube. So I still get nervous when I go live, but that's okay. I'm just happy y'all are here. That's amazing. Giving me hearts. Thank you so much. I'm not doing nails. I'm actually we're turning this stapler into this design right here to match the tape dispenser. So right now we cured both sides. I think I had that under there long enough. I don't know. I got talking. From Liverpool. Oh my gosh, y'all. Yeah, there's 80 of us in here. Where's everyone from? Like how far is everyone watching from? I'm from North Carolina. I love seeing how far these videos are reaching. You're a YouTuber. Awesome. This is exciting. But I saw Liverpool we're watching from, South Africa. That's amazing. New York, London. You guys, this is a great span. Okay, I think I got all of it on that side. Charlotte, New York, France. There's so many different countries. Australia. Oh my gosh, I love it. There's almost 100 of you in here too, which is like super exciting. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get the resin on the top. That's the UV resin on the side, and we're going to do the top. This part, because it is curved a little bit, we're making this stapler turn into this design right here to match the tape dispenser. But because the top is curved, you have to be careful when you add the resin, because this is the spot where, or the step rather, where it's very easy for it to drip, because it's not a completely flat surface up there. You guys are amazing for hitting the hearts. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, so let's go ahead. If I miss your comments, because I'm really trying to like look at what I'm doing right now, because I don't want it dripping down the sides, because I really need a smooth surface to add all my decals. I might add a little bit more resin because I feel like it is a little thin at the top, but I just have to keep a good eye on that. All right, so give me a second just to make sure everything's looking smooth, and then I'll put this underneath the lamp for another 2 minutes about. I just hit the camera, I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna do a little heat on there. We are over 100 people. You guys, that's my first time with that many people on a YouTube live, so thank you so much. I can't believe it. All right, so I had a little bit of running on the edge there, but that's okay. I'm going to smooth it out. Actually, I'm going to use my glove and kind of wipe the side. And I'll just switch gloves when this is under the lamp curing. The back, this is where you really just want to make sure it's super smooth. So just bear with me. If I missed your comment, I promise I'll get to it in a minute. But we're going to throw that one under there to start curing while I switch my gloves. I still can't believe we're over 100 people. Oh, strawberry tree. Oh, I love it. Okay, so I'm switching this. We're letting that cure for about 2 minutes. And then the best part of this process, because then we get to add the decals. Now, let me talk a little bit about the decals, because I always get asked where I get like the strips for that lined paper design. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I don't buy the strips anywhere. I'll show you real quick. I'm getting my glove on. This is what I do. I use my cutting machine, whatever cutting machine you have. I have a Cricut, and I actually take, I don't know if you all can see it, but I take it and I make long rectangles. These are 11 inches by 0.1 inch. Each of those are a rectangle that I just input into my Cricut. And then whenever I add the stripes, I just peel one off that I need, and then I cut it to size with my little X-Acto knife. So I don't use, I think it's called like, you don't buy like the strips anywhere. Like it's not tape that I bought or something like that. I actually cut it for my Cricut. I do the same for the red line. Am I back? I think I lost connection, y'all. Leave me a comment if you can hear me. I think it popped out real quick. Can anyone hear me? I'm not sure if it's still good. I think we're still going. I don't know. I think I lost a bunch of you because of my connection, but that's okay. We're still going to go. I think I'm recording it. But anyways, for those little dots on the lined paper design, I actually use a single hole punch. So you don't have to cut anything out for that. I don't measure the circles. This just seems to be a perfect size for what I do. So I will show you that in just a moment. But this is about ready. I believe it's about ready. Oh, and we have to do the nose. I almost forgot. We have to do the nose. I was about to start doing all the decals and I didn't even do the nose of it yet, which you have to do the nose because actually the red strip does touch that. So we do need a nice smooth surface for that as well. Y'all, I can't believe how many of you are in here. It is amazing. And watching from so many different places, I just can't get over it. It's so exciting. Okay, so now I know where like everyone's from, but like if you are a crafter, let me know what you craft in the comments because that's going to be fun to see. Like, does anyone else do office supplies? Do we have anyone doing tumblers? Are we just watching for fun? Let's see. Let's see what everyone does. Okay, I'm doing the nose. I'm trying not to get it to go on the side again because I want a smooth surface. Look at me using my glove again. All right, I think that looks good. So for this, I'm just gonna do a quick couple seconds holding it like this, and then I'm gonna set it. I'll show you how I set it so it can like stay in front of the UV lamp. So I'm gonna set this to the side, kind of like facing out instead of down, if that makes sense. And I just use my little paint tub, and we're gonna put the nose in front of the lamp. Can you guys hear me? I don't think it like disconnected for a minute, and now I'm worried that no one can hear me because I don't see any comments. So give me a quick, let me know. Maybe I need to adjust the volume. All right, switching my glove again because I did get the UV resin on it, but that's okay. So now that we have the UV resin on all, y'all, my connection isn't great, I don't think. Is it showing issues at y'all's end? I'm so happy everyone that's in here and all the likes I've gotten. I appreciate you. I'm sorry for this connection issue that I think I'm having. I don't know if it's just at my end or what, or if I'm not seeing comments or what's going on, but we're just going to keep going. Okay, so let me make sure this is all good and cured because we want to go ahead and start adding the decals like I was talking about. All right. I think it's about ready. I don't want any sticky spots because I don't want to be like my gloves sticking everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and turn the lamp off for this part. Oh, sorry guys. I just knocked something over there, but we're good. We're back. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side. Now we are going to do UV resin again because once you get all the decals on the stapler, we want to seal them all in. That way when you're using it, it's not going to peel up on you. So that's exactly what we're doing here. I'm going to try to adjust this a little bit so you guys can see a bit better and make room. Okay. For what we're doing. I'll move my silicone brush to the side and we're going to go ahead and start. So I am going to start with the strips. So I just peel it off. Like I said, I cut these with my Cricut. Nothing fancy that I bought. I just picked this light color blue because I thought it looked good with the design. And I eyeball this. I just make it as even as I like. And, you know, it's just kind of your personal preference. But you can go slow. And the good thing about these strips is you can easily like pick it back up if you feel like it's not laying as even as you would like it. So we're going to hope with the angle that I hold this under the camera that I can still make my line straight. So we will see. Okay, so once I get it like this, since I don't have it cut to size, I'm actually going to use my little cutting tool here. And that's how I get these to the exact size without having to go through the struggle of measuring it all out and cutting it all on the Cricut. I just cut it right when it's on the stapler, just like that. I like my lines spaced about how you see on this tape dispenser over here. It really doesn't matter as long as you keep them all even. As even as possible, you know. But I definitely like them, I think a little bit on the smaller side. But they need to be big enough for your circle to fit. So that looks good to me. I think that looks pretty okay. And just make sure it's all stuck down there really nice. Oh my gosh, 187! You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for stopping in and watching. I definitely appreciate it. And if you can't stay the whole time, I do post the recording, so you can always come back to it and watch it later if you happen to not be able to stay as long as you want and see like the final product. Because I am definitely finishing this today. Once we get all of these on, I'm going to go ahead and do the UV resin during this live to get this done. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Now we're gonna go ahead and cut it again. Now this isn't going to be long enough, so I'm just going to get rid of that piece. So I normally get about 3 lines per strip that I cut. Like I said, these are 11 inches by 0.1 inch. I always get asked that question of what size I cut my strips. So there's your answer for you if you're trying to do this on your own. Let me come from this side because those were like, it was overlapping, so I couldn't get it. Okay. So now we're on to the next strip. Excuse me. And you just like, I eyeball it. Like I said, I don't do it. It's not going to be exact, but it's going to be pretty close enough as long as you take your time. Across the top. You can add a name to these. This particular one I'm not adding a name to, but you definitely can add names to it. When I add names or personalizations to this design, I really like to do it in black vinyl because it stands out so well against the light blue and the white glitter. So that's how I prefer to do it. We're looking good. On to the next line. Okay. Think that looks good. I always get nervous. Like sometimes when you put a line on, you're like, man, that looks really good. And then when you like do the backup, like full picture, you're like, oh no, that's not even. So I kind of try to do my best as I go. And then obviously once they're all on, I'm going to take a good look at it and make sure that it is as even as I can get it. Okay. I think it looks pretty good though so far. I am sorry if you're commenting. I am not ignoring you. For some reason, the comments are not showing up on my screen. So I'm hoping that I'm not missing anything, but I apologize if I am. Okay. On to this line. We are moving right along. And then that's going to be the last one on this one because obviously that little bit is too short for the next little line on the paper design. Okay. I always like to keep pressing down the edges because, gosh, I feel like it keeps kicking me off. It keeps saying I lost my connection. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure what's going on. It's a bit windy out, so I wonder if that has anything to do with it. But I don't know if you all are seeing it cut out. I don't know what it looks like when it cuts out for you all. But thanks for staying. We dropped down to only 19 of you now, but that's okay. I'm glad you're still here. All right, we are going across. I am almost done with these lines. Gonna cut that one right on the edge there. So like I said, this is really the easiest way to do it whenever, like, to use the cutting tool, because if you look at the stapler, it's not uniform. Like, all the lengths would have to be a little bit different. So this is definitely easier than measuring everything out. Okay, that space looks good to me. All right, and I can get one more with that. It looks like it's long enough on the end there for one more line to squeeze in. I leave about the same amount at the top as I do at the bottom, kind of like on a piece of paper where you have like the header and, is it called the footer, like the space on the bottom that they always leave. I like to leave that too. Okay. Almost done. That's the last one for that strip. So I'm going to have to, we're over 200 people. Someone drop a comment for me so I can see if my comments are working. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for joining. I can't believe it. I truly can't believe it. You guys are awesome. All right. We're getting there. It's looking good. Okay. Let's do another. I think it's only going to take one more of these. So I will set that to the side now while we do our last little bit. I think it's going to be probably 2 more. I'm going to count how many I have because I want to make sure my dots are even. So I will look and see. I think it's going to need 1 more, but let me double check with the count on that. Because you need like an odd number of spaces so you can put a dot in the center, if that makes sense. So let's see. If I put a dot here and here, where are we going to meet? Oh, wait, my eyes are going cross. Sorry, guys. So that means there would be a dot right there. I think I'm doing it. I think we're good. Okay, let's add the little red stripe. Sorry, it took me a minute to make sure we're good to go. So I also have a strip that I cut out that we're just going to add this down. We're doing it on the top. So on the tape dispenser, we have it on the side. And that's just the way the tape dispenser is shaped. It worked a lot better. I just dropped my strip. I'll have to get that. It worked a lot better, I thought, to have like the paper design on both ends instead of trying to like figure it out on the top or have the stripes go the other way. But for the staplers, it makes sense to have it go down the long way. So that's what we're going to do here. So I got to try to peel this. It's hard with gloves. We got it though. We got it. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. You want it offset. You don't want it directly in the center, at least in my opinion, for what I think looks good. I'm going to do it, maybe that's about a third of the way. And then as straight as possible down the top of the stapler. Like that. I think that looks great. And then we'll add our dots. And then we get to UV resin everything in place. Because you got to seal it, because people they pick up staplers, they're using them, and all that's going to peel up over time because of how much people handle staplers, and you don't want that. Okay, so just grab like a scrap piece. I think I got a little, is that resin? Y'all, I just got a little resin on there. Let me switch my glove again. That's what I get. I get talking whenever I'm doing a live and then not pay attention. All right. So we're going to clip the top part that doesn't have the resin on it. I do a little bit extra. So I only need 3, but I'm going to clip a couple more just in case. These are so tedious to take the back off. So let me show you my trick for that, because that can get tedious. Okay. So then we're just going to open it up. You can use a 3-hole punch too if you want. So you got all your little dots there for the paper. I just put them right on the counter wherever I'm working. We're all done with this right now. I actually use my cutting tool to help me get the back off, because there's no I mean, it's near impossible without this for me. I mean, maybe if you have like good nails or something, but I put it right between. I take the back off and I have it stuck to my little cutting tool right here. Okay. And then I start, I mean, it doesn't matter if you do the top or the bottom. I like to do the ends. That way I can make sure the middle is even. And I just use this to put it in the center of the top line, just like that. And we'll do the same one. So I'll pick up, oh, that was the back to the one we just did. So now we're going to get the back off of this one the same way that I just did the other one. And even though this helps, sometimes it still takes me a minute to even get it separated with the cutting tool. I'm doing good with an audience. I was like, it's going to take me 5 minutes to do the back while everyone's watching, but we actually got those pretty good, I think. Awesome. So now we're going to do the bottom. Always make sure these are not peeling up at the bottom because we don't have the resin on yet. And I'm going to put it right there. Voila. And now we're going to do the middle one. So I'm just going to pick up another one. Like I said, I always have a couple extra because you never know. These are so tiny. Like if I lost it or accidentally sliced it whenever I was trying to get the back off, I just get a couple extra just in case. Okay, so let's get, ooh, I'm going to start from the other side. That one's not working on me. Leave it to the last one to give me trouble, right? All right, we're getting there. Almost. Oh my gosh, this part is so tedious, but I almost got it. Got it. Okay, now we can add that last little dot. Oh wait, the top, see, it already peeled up. That's why you need that UV resin. I'm telling you. Okay, then make sure you put this in the center, which is right there. Oh my, I love this design. There's over 300 of us. I just looked up. You guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Like I said, if you missed the beginning or if you can't stay till the end, I am going to post the recorded live so you can see start to finish how we added the UV resin. So we had a smooth surface for the decals that we just did. And then now I'm going to go ahead and do the final layer of the UV resin. You all are amazing. I am so excited that how many people are in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my light. If you all have been watching me, you know with the light, I actually prop it up on my little paint, my little paint tubs here. So that's what we're going to do to get it ready to do the last layer of UV resin to seal everything in. Okay. Let me make sure that's sturdy because the last thing I want is this thing to fall on top of my stapler. Okay, I think we're good. I'll turn the light on. And I like to first, like I said, make sure it's all definitely like flat there, right? You don't want anything poking up whenever you add the resin. And I like to start on the sides. That way I get the sides sealed in as soon as possible because that's like the most likely area where you're going to have it peel up while you're working or whatever. So it's like peace of mind the moment I get the sides done because then I'm like, okay, it's not going anywhere. We are good to go. So that's what we're doing first. So I did put as generous as I could on there, being mindful that I don't want this to drip. So that's where this silicone brush really comes in handy because you can push it right up to the side. And a lot of people ask me, can you just use a regular paintbrush? I definitely would not because UV resin is very sticky and it doesn't like wash out easy or anything like that. So you're going to get bristles like pulled out and probably like stuck all in there. And you really don't want to chance that. The silicone brush is great because when I'm done working, I just put this under my UV lamp and I cure all that resin that's on there and it peels right off. So then you can reuse this. Now, when you use them a lot, you will have to replace it because they crack and then the resin gets like stuck in all the cracks and it's harder to peel, but you get a lot of uses out of it. Okay, so once again, I'm going to use my heat tool, make sure everything is good and leveled. I'm going to look at this eye level real quick to make sure we are good to go before I put it underneath that lamp. Sorry, it's off camera. It's just the last layer of UV, so I want to make sure it is good to go. But I think it is. It looks really level in my opinion, so we're going to put it right underneath here for about 2 minutes, maybe less. I don't have to do a full cure right now because this is the last coat. And whenever I'm doing a lot of office supplies, sometimes I don't do a full cure. It's kind of sticky and then I'll just place it in the direct sunlight to finish curing. That way I can move right along with all the projects that I'm working on. So right now I'm going to leave that there though for a little bit longer because when we flip it over to do the other side, it's going to be laying on the side that's curing right now. And I don't want that too sticky because it's going to like stick to this paper. It's just paper down here. And I don't want it to like pick up any of that paper. Though I will tell you the smart thing for me to do would be to get a silicone mat, which I have. I just haven't set it up yet, to use like to lay out before I do UV resin. That way, if anything drips, it's not going to like, you can just peel it right off, I guess, whenever you cure it. And then it won't stick to the mat if you do like that semi-cure like I was talking about. So that's probably something you'll see in my future videos as a silicone mat down when I'm working with the UV resin. So that's just a little tip there while we're waiting for this part to cure. It's about done. It's really quick, y'all. That's like one of the big pros about UV resin compared to like 2-part epoxy. This cures so fast. And yes, you do have to have a UV lamp to cure it. It's not like you could literally have this just set out for days. If it doesn't have the UV light, it won't ever cure. So that's where we're at here. I'm making sure it's good and ready for when I flip it. Look how shiny and beautiful that looks compared to that side. This side looks great, but look at the difference with it under the UV. I always love that reveal. So then I flip it over and I do the other side because once you get this side cured and the UV on, that vinyl's not going anywhere, okay? Because you have your ends like sealed in. So that's what That's how I do it. After this, I do the top and then we'll do the nose. That's the last little end there. I do the nose last because it's the smallest and quickest little part. So, all right. So I'm getting all the way to the edge again like I did before. Trying not to let it drip, holding it as level as possible while you all can still see it under the camera. Okay, all the way to this edge. I think I did pretty good there, but there's a couple spots I'm gonna push it a little closer to. I don't know if y'all can see it as well underneath the camera. I might need to add a little bit. It seems a little thin in a couple places, but I will look at it. Let me look at it at my eye level real quick. Actually, it might be okay now that I'm seeing it close up. Oh, my light up there just went out. I'm sorry if it got dark on you. I'll have to plug that in. All right, I'm gonna use my heat tool again. Just give it a quick thinning, I'll call it. And now this one is good to go. The other side to put it right underneath as well. I'm gonna hold it closer to the light for just a couple seconds and then I'll set it down on the side. So you get a full cure in like 2 to 3 minutes. But like I said, a lot of times I only put it under for 1 to 2 and then I finish curing it in the direct sunlight. That's my little craft hack I always tell everyone. Because a lot of people, they do struggle with sticky UV. Like I get asked a lot about, what do you do with the UV that never seems to cure all the way? And I tell you what, I've never had anything that I've put out in the sun after giving it the cure under the lamp, it like that ever was sticky. It's never been sticky like once it's out in the sun. Probably like 10-15 minutes out there, you're good to go. Though honestly, sometimes I forget about my stuff out there and it'll sit out there for a long while. Like I think the longest anything has been out there is maybe an hour and it's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. It's the UV just cures in the sun, so it's good. No need to panic if you forget that your stuff is outside. Okay, just a couple more seconds and then I'll feel comfortable doing the top. But I'm so excited to have a matching one. It's going to look really good. Oh, while you guys are in here, I am going to go live in my mentorship group on Facebook. So if you want to be a part of that, just click on my link in bio and you can go to my link tree and all my links are in there. So just go to the Facebook and you'll see where you can get to the mentorship group. But I'm going live at 8:30 Eastern time and we're doing our first start to finish cheetah print office set tutorial. It's going to be a live series. So it's probably going to be about 3 lives because it's going to be real time, start to finish, glittering, decals, everything in that group. So I would love to see you there if you want to join us. I love that group because it's a small group of us. So you really get prioritized with your questions, with your tutorial requests, all that stuff. It's just really nice because it's a smaller group. It's hard for me to keep up with all the comments on my regular videos. I really try to, but it's hard for me too. So that's why I started that mentorship group, because I wanted those who really were interested in, getting their questions answered and really learning this to have to do that. Okay, now we're doing the top. I added the UV resin. Not too much on the top, remember, because this is curved. So the last thing you want are drips on this final little step that we're doing here. But I am going to add a little bit more. Always err on the side of caution so that you're not cleaning up a mess of UV last second or having to do a bunch of like last minute sanding. That's never fun either. Okay, let me get the nose really good. This is definitely going to need a little bit of heat. I can tell because there's a couple bubbles around some of my decals and I definitely don't want that to cure like that. So, okay, sorry I did that off camera. I'm trying to work fast because this is curved. I don't want anything to surprise me and start dripping. So forgive me for if I feel a little rushed right now. But this, I think, looks good. Eye level time. Love it. We're going to put her right under. So that's going to take just a couple minutes. And then all we have left is nose. Oh my gosh, I love that design. I really do. So this cheetah back there is not the type of cheetah that we're doing in my mentorship group tonight. So if you want to know what we are, go ahead and join it. Okay, couple seconds more on this and then we'll do the nose, and then we are going to be all done with the lined paper glitter stapler. There's like, let me show you while we're waiting for that to cure. You guys might like to see this. It doesn't have UV resin on it yet, so it doesn't have that smooth, shiny finish. But this is, and I obviously didn't need to clean up in there, but this is the composition teacher theme that I like to do. That glitter is great for this. Do I have any pencil ones? I'm working on a bunch of pencil glitter ones, but they're not done yet for me to show you right now. They're all behind me in various stages of that design. But if you keep an eye out for my shorts, my little videos, you'll see those because I have a couple videos planned for that. But this is the other teacher design that I really like to do. Thought you guys would like to see that. All right, so I think this one is good enough on the top. Oh, look, one of the things. Look at it. I love it. It turned out so good. So let's get this last little bit sealed in so that doesn't pop up either with use. And then we are all done. Like I said, I'm posting the recording, so if you missed the beginning, just keep an eye out for that video of me posting this full live for you. Make sure that is all even. Let's get the heat tool again because it looks like it could use a little help leveling. I love that heat tool. And then wipe the sides so there's no dripping. I'm going to hold it under for just a couple seconds, remember, and then I'll prop it up on that little paint can I have to finish curing. Just a couple seconds. It doesn't take long. It cures so fast. It's not going to drip after you have it under there a couple seconds. And then I just go nose to nose, just like this, in front of the lamp for a couple minutes. So in about a minute, that thing's going to be completely done. I'm so excited. Anyways, I cannot believe how many people showed up to this live. I am so appreciative of you guys. So thank you so much. I'm so sorry if you've been commenting. My connection was really wonky like halfway through this. So I have no idea if y'all are talking to me. I'm sorry if I didn't answer your questions. If you had a question and I just can't see it, comment on this video once it's posted and I will try to look at it. I'm going to post this video right after like we get off here. And then if, like I said, if you have a specific question, go back to that recording posted that I'm going to do and put your question there. And I will definitely take a look at those because I feel bad that I can't see if anyone's commenting, but you guys are so amazing for showing up. I cannot believe this has been a fantastic live today. So thank you. We are about done. I do have to go pick up my son from school, so that is the only thing I am doing today. But like I said, tonight at 8:30 Eastern Time, I'm going to go live on my mentorship group on Facebook. So if you want to join that, just click on my link in bio, and hopefully we'll see you there. But this is what we ended up with. I absolutely love this stapler. Okay, you guys are awesome. I will see you next time.